Hey everybody, Tom Messner here with Vermont Startup News, where we have stories on Verde Technologies. They're our grand prize winner. AutoPylot with great news from the FAA. ZymoChem announcing their Series A raise, including local investors and more. We start with this. Verde Technologies, working with a network of national labs, research groups, and industrial partners to develop a domestically manufactured, lightweight, and flexible perovskite solar module, received some excellent news. The company was announced as the grand prize winner of the Perovskite Startup Prize. The team was awarded a $500,000 cash prize and a $100,000 technical support voucher to continue their journey toward commercializing their concept. To win this, the Verde team used their expertise in coding to successfully integrate and translate third-party intellectual property to scalable processes, complete a full-scale manufacturing trial with industrial partners, demonstrate a strong market pull for their novel perovskite solar products, and raise funding from venture capital investors. Burlington company AutoPylot offers all-in-one flight planning for drone pilots by way of putting airspace, low-altitude authorization and notification capability, weather, and mission management data in one place. Well, they've received some great news. They're now one of only 4 companies that provide FAA Before You Fly services through their own desktop and mobile applications, rather than one tied specifically to the FAA, which is the way it has been. The FAA's Before You Fly service shows where recreational flyers can and cannot fly. This adds a ton of essential information to AutoPylot's offerings, like info on controlled airspace, temporary flight restrictions, indicators whether it's safe to fly, and more. I hope you had a chance to see last month's Vermont Startup Profile, where I talked with Joe Gellinella about ZymoChem, the biotechnology startup developing bio-based materials for everyday products, including hygiene items and textiles. Well, in that profile, Joe talked about a successful $21 million Series A funding round with well-known investors and brands like Toyota and Lululemon. They also took on local investment from the Dudley Fund and VCET. The plan is to support the expansion of ZymoChem, including in Vermont, which will create jobs and contribute to Vermont's reputation as a hub for sustainable and responsible business practices. Governor Phil Scott has announced 3 Vermont venture funds will receive around $29 million through the Venture Capital Program, designed to help Vermont entrepreneurs and business startups. The program is a collaboration between the Department of Economic Development, the Vermont Economic Development Authority, and Vermont's State Small Business Credit Initiative. Vermont venture funds receiving money include Fresh Tracks Green Mountain Fund, Features Capital SSBCI Fund, and the Green Mountain Accelerator Fund run by the Center on Rural Innovation. Vermont Biz and the Vermont Chamber of Commerce are pleased to announce the top 65 best places to work in Vermont 2024. The awards program was created in 2006, and it's presented in partnership with the Society for Human Resource Management, Vermont State Council, the Vermont Department of Commerce and Community Development, and Workforce Research Group. The Best Places to Work list is broken down in 3 categories: small businesses, medium, and large businesses. It's a fun list to look at, and you may see some companies we've reported on here at Vermont Startup News, like Fluency, Juniper, and more than that. For more information on the list, go to bestplacestoworkvermont.com. And that's it for Vermont Startup News. If you have startup news you'd like everyone to know about, drop us an email at vermontstartupnews@gmail.com, or you can catch me at LinkedIn. Vermont Startup News is a production of Dialed Studio at Hula. We'll see you soon.